Shanquella Robinson, Shanquella Robinson, Shanquella Robinson. As you know, a lot of people have been wondering what exactly happened to Shanquella Robinson on a trip with alleged friends, where she subsequently did not return to her family. Well, now her family is suing those alleged friends and is claiming that federal agencies dropped the ball on the investigation into Queen Shanquella Robinson. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So, we've been covering the Shanquella Robinson story since it happened 2 years ago today. And now we are getting more details that the family has decided to sue in order to get more answers as to what happened to their daughter, Shanquella Robinson. So just to kind of remind you what exactly happened, Shanquella Robinson went on a trip with supposed friends. And I say that loosely, and I say supposed friends because I think at the time, Shanquella Robinson thought these individuals were her friends. According to the friends, Shanquella Robinson died due to alcohol poisoning. However, a video went viral on social media of one of the supposed friends recording Shanquella Robinson being beaten over the head by one of the said friends. The story just grew and grew because more people were asking questions. What happened to Shanquella Robinson? According to the autopsy that was done, Shanquella Robinson did not die due to alcohol poisoning. So according to the Charlotte Observer, in an article that they did a while back, they said lab officials in Mexico told Charlotte-based doctor performing a new autopsy on Shanquella Robinson that no alcohol was found in the 25-year-old woman's blood tested after her death. This latest autopsy was ordered by the FBI the month after Robinson's death. The findings from this autopsy led the Department of Justice to announce earlier this month that it will not pursue criminal charges in her case. Robinson, a Charlotte native, died, as you know, under suspicious circumstances in Cabo, Mexico on October 29th. Her death has been investigated as a possible homicide. She was on a trip with 6 other people, some of whom told her mother Robinson died of alcohol poisoning. Previously, the autopsy report resulting from Mexico's investigation did not mention blood alcohol content, but notes blood samples were taken. The U.S. autopsy obtained this week via public records request by the Charlotte Observer was conducted by the North Carolina Office of the Chief Medical Examiner and includes findings from Mexico's toxicology screening. The secondary autopsy in the U.S. revealed a major discrepancy with the findings in an autopsy performed during Mexican authorities' investigation. As the Charlotte Observer has reported previously, Mexico's autopsy concluded Robinson died of, quote, severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. Forensic pathologist Dr. Thomas Owens conducted the examination in Charlotte on November 17th. This autopsy says that there were no injuries to Robinson's spinal cord. Overall, Robinson's cause of death was ruled undetermined. Lawyers for Robinson's family, SUES Robinson, not related to the family, and Benjamin Crump said in a statement the discrepancies between the two autopsies can be attributed to a delay by U.S. investigators who did not examine the body until after it had been embalmed. When an investigation is delayed, the hard evidence to support prosecution diminishes, but in this case, that is due to the U.S. not considering this case to be a high priority, Crump and Robinson wrote. Owens pointed out in his report that the autopsy conducted by Mexican officials was limited because Robinson's spine was not fully visualized or properly inspected, which may explain the discrepancy in the two reports. Owens also noted that too much time had passed between the toxicology screening to know whether Robinson had residual alcohol in her system from the night before her death. The FBI completed its investigation earlier that month and said that there wasn't sufficient evidence to pursue federal charges against the person Mexico prosecutors says that is a suspect. So the autopsy report by Dr. Owens says that Robinson had reportedly consumed heavy amounts of alcohol the night before she died. However, handwritten notes and toxicology reports from both Mexico and the U.S. say no alcohol tested for as ethanol was found in Robinson's blood. Owens calls for the autopsy performed in Mexico limited and mentions that because Robinson did not die at a hospital, it is unclear what her alcohol content was leading up to her death. The report says that Robinson was, quote, assaulted at approximately 7:30 a.m. the day she died. Part of this assault was captured on a video that has gone viral and sparked international outrage over her death. The video shows a naked Shanquella Robinson, barely verbal, being hit repeatedly over the head. In police reports released by lawyers from Robinson's family, authorities identified Dejanay Jackson as a suspect after talking with 2 employees at the Cabo vacation villa the group stayed in. Mexican authorities have issued an arrest warrant for femicide similar to homicide for Jackson, according to lawyers Benjamin Crump and Sue Robinson. But U.S. authorities have made it clear no one will face federal criminal charges for Robinson's death. To date, no U.S. law enforcement or government officials have acknowledged by name a suspect. Whether Mexico is still seeking extradition is unclear. So this leads us to today. 2 years later, Shanquella Robinson's family is filing a lawsuit naming the 6 Cabo friends that traveled with Shanquella Robinson in their lawsuit. So our friends over at WSOC TV say this. They said the lawyer for the mother of Shanquella Robinson filed a lawsuit in the Charlotte woman's death. Shanquella Robinson's family, through this lawsuit, seeks compensatory and punitive damages to address the profound emotional and financial toll this incident has caused. Shanquella Robinson mysteriously died 2 years ago while on vacation, as you know, with her 6 travel companions known as the Cabo 6. She died a day after arriving at their villa in Cabo San Lucas. The 6 people she went to Cabo with her said that she died of alcohol poisoning, but authorities said that Robinson died of a broken neck, which we already gave you the official autopsy terminology for that. There was also a video showing a woman beating her. Nobody, as you know, was charged. The family continues to call for the arrest and extradition of Dejanay Jackson, who is wanted in Mexico for femicide, Sue Robinson stated. Now her mother is suing those other 6 people who returned to the U.S. the day after her death and subsequently lied to the mother. The lawsuit alleges multiple counts of wrongful death, battery, negligence, conspiracy, and emotional distress. The lawsuit was also filed against the U.S. Department of State and FBI. The lawsuit is not just about seeking justice for Shanquella Robinson. It's about holding accountable those who were entrusted with the duty to investigate, act, and protect the interests of U.S. citizens abroad. That is an important statement because they feel as if, okay, we have the Cabo 6, whatever. They're an important part of the story, but they feel as if their own government did not protect in regards to Shanquella Robinson and investigating her death. The heartbreaking details of Shanquella's death and the subsequent mishandling by federal authorities only add to the family's grief, and they deserve both full transparency and justice. The suit says that Shanquella Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson, experienced anxiety, depression, and other mental distress after her daughter's death. And as someone that's lost a sister and has a mother that continues to this day, how many years later, grieves her daughter, I can only imagine. The Robinson family is suing for compensatory and punitive damages. Sue Robinson, again, no relation to their attorney, hosted a news conference Tuesday to speak about the lawsuit. Shanquella's mother, Salamandra Robinson, spoke about a push for justice as well.
It's been 2 years and there's no reason that no one has not been arrested yet, and I need justice for my child.
We must confront the reality that those responsible for her murder have not been held accountable. The lack of justice serves as a painful reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by individuals, especially young Black women, when they seek adventure in unfamiliar places with unfamiliar faces.
And as always here on the channel, we don't get to cover every single story, but we do like to give you a follow-up, and we can't believe that it's been 2 years since we reported on the Shanquella Robinson story, and that, in fact, there has been no true justice in her passing. Guys, as always, I want to know your reaction to this latest update and lawsuit from Shanquella Robinson's family against federal authorities, and the Cabo 6. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch your shoes.